Hi. Thank you for attending today's reading. Let's begin. I've gone away of Russian internet. Hello. I'm Valerie, but you can call me as Michael lol. Well, I'm Russian. I dream of life in the USA, and I hope I will live there. Well, right. Russian internet isn't the best one in the world. I'd say one of the worst ones. IMHO. There's a lot of intolerance. Hating everybody and negative. So I've gone away of Russian internet for West one. Not just cause I wanted to go away of Russian internet, there's a lot of reasons. So one of them is that I like everything American and its culture. And now I'm really happy. Like lol. Here are people who I dreamed of. Positive. Oftenly. Culture that I like. Non-intolerance. Language that I really like. TBH I don't like Russian one lol. And all of that stuff. I'ma delete all social media and tell my Russian friends to download Reddit. FB. Twitter and etc. Yeah. It sounds weird. But yeah. The sense of this post is, I doubted that I had to go away for American internet. I thought my English isn't too great to understand all things. I thought that it's not a great idea. But now I'm happy and feeling better than ever. So, don't doubt. You can be happy or sad after. But just do what you dream to. You will regret that you didn't do something more than something you did do. End of story. Next story. A sense of uncontrollable anger. I'm currently 16 years old trying to find my way around a country I'm not familiar with. I currently live in Shanghai, China with my family. Yes, I'm American. And one day my family got into a huge argument. We were screaming and arguing at each other. Now the catch is one of the conditions I have is ADHD, which a symptom of this condition includes a lack of control over emotions. I got so furious I chucked my phone across the house and it shattered into pieces. Everyone stopped and stared at me silently. I was in utter shock and everyone else was shocked too. I felt so overcome by anger I just went to my room after that and didn't come out for 2 days straight. I had water in there and food so I was able to eat. Soon after those 2 days, I came down and apologized to my family over the lack of control over my own anger. I instantly regret doing it and now I have no phone so I use Reddit on my computer. There is a lesson to be taught here. Control your emotions, don't let anger overcome you. That is my story of how I obliterated my phone. End of story. Next story. My friend Dom and his balls. My ex-friend Dom is a schoolteacher. 5th grade to be exact. He's a fucking prick. He's got enormous balls but a thick, stubby cock. He's pompous. Has an enormous barrel chest, which he calls his bust. A 90-inch waist. Wears glasses. And spikes his hair even though his hairline has pretty much receded to the back of his neck. But those 10 strands of hair are gelled and spiked. He's got a ton of hair everywhere. But he shaves his forearms. He's got a fungus on his fingernails. Last time I went to his house, which his dad gave him for free, there were 4 George Foreman grills all over the floor. And his bathtub was filled at least 1/4 of the way with burnt chicken shavings. When it comes to sex, he's stupendously awkward. I know this because 15 years ago, he came to our apartment at Penn State with his girlfriend. And one night, while having sex with him, she kept screaming, "Oh, fuck me Dom. Fuck me Dom." Quote. To which he replied with, "Huh? What? Huh?" Quote. Another occasion. He was on top doing missionary and pounding. I use pounding because that's his signature word for fucking. And pummeling a girl so hard that he broke her rib. Was wailing like a lunatic. his booty giggling like jelly. Her cat, unbeknownst to Dom, was licking his asshole, and paying close attention to the time, so that he could brag. He told me, "I pounded her for 55 minutes. I'd have liked to have been a fly on the wall for that." He owns a tavern. "We live in an industrialized steel mill town full of blue-collar roughnecks who love to drink, fight, and fix cars. Guys with decades of grit under their fingernails." Dom bought the bar specifically for hard-working tough guys, no pussies or women allowed. This was true. Women were not allowed, despite lesbian porn being played in a loop on several of the TVs in the tavern, next to ESPN, and one of those machines where you try to pick up a stuffed animal with the metal prongs, operated with a joystick. Only his machine was full of rubber, pocket pussies. "Show your punch card, and first round is on me," quote, was his motto. The name used to be Men Only, but when accusations of homosexuality were getting hurled at Dom, he angrily changed the name to The Sweatbox. He actually created the bar for mill workers specifically to impress this dude Craig Slavka, whom Dom always looked up to in high school and had a male crush on, even though Slavka would give him bleeding wedgies, toilet swirlies, and shoot him with paintballs. Craig worked at the mill. Eventually it was shut down after a Filipino man showed up and was taunted as a faggot because he was thin and dresses nice. He was assaulted by a drunk, toothless mill worker named Vern, who shouted racial epithets at him as well as homophobic slurs. He was not gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Dom also lifts. He brags about being able to bench 300. He's always been bigger than me. So in his eyes, I'm not allowed to be stronger. He'd rather be a hefty fat fuck who benches a lot than a moderately strong guy who has abs. One time, we were lifting together. I got something like 250 pounds for 8 or so reps. Then, he tried. He failed at 5. He stood to his feet, and his face slowly turned beet red. This was normal for him. Rosacea face. But he couldn't contain his anger. So he punched the plates on the bar as hard as he could. Told me, bench press is for faggots. And huffed and puffed his way out of the gym. He's since acted like that never happened. I just wanted to tell you all something I find funny. Dom has a sexual fetish for being kicked in the balls. He would pay professional mistresses to kick him in the balls with his wrists bound and tied to a cord reaching to and wrapped around a bar on the ceiling. Somehow, he's got an immeasurable tolerance of pain. He'd spit at, laugh at, and taunt the mistresses, telling them, "You're fucking weak. Tenderloin." Quote, out of retaliation, one of those women uploaded a video of Dom being kicked to a porn site. A bunch of people found out about it, and the rumors spread like fire across the community. But somehow, the gossip eluded Dom, possibly because people are afraid of him. One of these women got slapped and punched because she disagreed to lick his asshole. So, we all wanted to get him back. For his next session of ball busting, the mistress blindfolded him. She resumed with regular kicks while Dom chided her. But then, UFC legend Bas Rutten walked in. He was a friend of a friend. Bas kicked Dom in the balls so hard, it shattered his pelvic bone and even some ribs. Dom passed out from the pain. It was beautiful. He's since bought a female blow-up doll and spends most of his time in his room. Also, because he's got rotunda butt, he won a twerking contest in a club, despite so much hair on his bubble ass that it looked like two hedgehogs sleeping. He loves his ass. This is all absolutely true. Really. All true. Seriously. End of story. That is all for today. If you want to support my automated channel, feel free to drop a like and subscribe. See you tomorrow.